What happens when one small accident turns into a night full of chaos, makeup disasters, and one of the sweetest moments in Friends history? Today we're talking about this hilarious and emotional episode where Rachel hurts herself, Ross misses a huge TV opportunity, and somehow these two end up becoming even closer. This scene perfectly mixes comedy, romance, and classic Friends humor, which is exactly why fans still love it years later. The episode starts with Ross being incredibly excited because he's about to appear on the Discovery Channel. For Ross, this is a massive opportunity. He's passionate about paleontology, and getting a chance to be on television is basically a dream come true for him. Right away, the episode gives us classic Ross energy, nervous, excited, and slightly awkward. Then Rachel helps him choose between two suits, and we get one of the funniest lines when she says the brown suit brings out his eyes, but his butt looks great in the blue one. It's a simple joke, but it immediately reminds viewers how natural and playful their chemistry is together. But the mood changes quickly when Rachel reveals she's seriously hurt. Even though she's clearly in pain, she keeps insisting that she's fine. Ross instantly switches from excited scientist mode into protective and caring mode. That's one of the reasons this episode works so well. The comedy never removes the emotional connection between the characters. Rachel refuses to go to the hospital because she has an important dinner at her boss's house and wants to make a good impression. Honestly, that's such a classic Rachel moment. Even while injured, she's still worried about how she looks and what people think about her. Then we get one of the most legendary comedy scenes in the entire series, Ross trying to help Rachel put on makeup. This scene is absolutely hilarious because Ross clearly has no idea what he's doing, but he's trying so hard to help. Every second becomes more chaotic. The sweep moment is comedy gold. Ross is trying to carefully apply makeup while Rachel is yelling in pain, and the entire situation feels awkward in the funniest possible way. The acting and timing from David Schwimmer and Jennifer Aniston make the scene unforgettable, and then Rachel tells Ross he doesn't wear enough makeup. That line completely catches him off guard and makes the scene even funnier. The writers were brilliant at balancing emotional tension with ridiculous humor. Even though the scene is hilarious, underneath all the jokes, there's actually something really sweet happening. Ross is genuinely taking care of Rachel. Even after everything they've been through, you can still see how much he loves her. Eventually, Ross convinces Rachel to go to the hospital, but even then, she refuses to walk in because she thinks she looks terrible. Ross finally tells her, "You can't look fat in an X-ray," which is one of the funniest and most classic Ross lines ever. It's sarcastic, quick, and perfectly delivered. Right after that, the random, "That's a bad duck" joke reminds viewers why Friends humor worked so well. The show could throw in completely random jokes during emotional moments and somehow make everything feel natural. But the biggest moment in the episode comes near the end when we discover Ross completely missed his Discovery Channel appearance just to stay with Rachel. And the most important part is that he never even told her about it. He wasn't trying to impress her or make himself look like a hero. He honestly believed Rachel needed him more than he needed that career opportunity. That's what transforms this episode from just a funny sitcom episode into something genuinely emotional. When Rachel realizes what Ross gave up for her, you can see how much it affects her. The chemistry between Jennifer Aniston and David Schwimmer feels incredibly real in this moment because they don't overact the emotions. Everything feels natural, awkward, and honest, exactly like real feelings between two people with a complicated history. The ending perfectly captures what made Ross and Rachel such an iconic TV couple. There's humor, awkwardness, romance, and emotional tension all at the same time. Rachel quietly says she'll see Ross tomorrow, and then suddenly asks, "What did you do?" That final line leaves the audience smiling because it shows she understands how much Ross cares about her. Overall, this episode is one of the best examples of why Friends became such a legendary sitcom. It perfectly combines comedy and emotion without ever feeling forced. The makeup scene is unforgettable, the dialogue is hilarious, and the emotional payoff at the end makes the entire story meaningful. Ross giving up his big TV moment just to stay with Rachel proves that beneath all the jokes, these characters truly cared about each other. And honestly, that's why fans still love these moments so many years later. So what do you think? Was Ross missing the Discovery Channel?
Appearance romantic or completely crazy? And what was your favorite moment from this episode? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Friends reviews and classic TV moments.